This here is the box for a fitness tracker. Now, I would never ever think of myself as someone to buy a fitness tracker, but the reason I bought this was because it's relatively cheap. Cost next to nothing really. It cost me $20 delivered from China. Now, this is made by a Chinese smartphone company, Xiaomi. I'm not too sure how to say it, but anyway, this is the Mi Fit band. I have taken it out of the box, but let's open it up again and see what we get in here. So if we open the box, we get, that's part of the band there, although in here we get a really nice packing foam. Now this is quite nice. I mean, for a $20 thing, that's really shocked me, surprised me when I first opened the packaging for this, but inside we can see the little module here. And then we can fold this up here and we can see the band itself inside. So we can take the band out and we've got a little instruction pamphlet in there, and inside this bottom compartment is the USB cable. So we can pop that out of the cardboard in there, and then this here has two metal points and that slides in there for charging. Now this is advertised as having a 30-day battery life, which I haven't had it long enough to test, but it takes next to no time to charge this little thing up. You can set alarms on it, you can set it to wake you up once you've had an optimum amount of sleep, and let's pop that into the band there. Now I've had this for a couple of days, and so far I'm really liking the little thing. It counts my steps. I'll show you guys the app in a minute. It counts the number of steps you do a day, although I wasn't really that interested in that. The main thing I was interested in was the fact that you can monitor your sleep, how deep your sleep is and things like that, and it actually vibrates and has lights for alarms and when you've met daily goals and things like that. But I'm hoping this thing will last. The rubber's not the same quality, of course, compared to friends that have the Apple Watch. Obviously no surprises with that. This is $20, whereas over here the cheapest Apple Watch is costing people about 800 New Zealand dollars. But it fits really nicely, it's nice and comfortable. I do find myself constantly looking down at it to check the time, as this is the wrist I would normally wear my watch on, but I've kind of gotten used to it after a couple of days. I've been sleeping this thing on. It's I wear it in the shower and it hasn't had any problems at all. Okay, so over here we've got the app for the Mi Fit band, so we'll open that up over here. So as we can see on this page that we're looking at right now, that is my total sleep from last night, so 9 hours and 15 minutes. We can tap on this little icon in the top left here and it will show a graph for previous days. We can go back, same thing with steps. We can see I've only done 33 steps today, and we can tap in here and look through previous days. We can also see how many calories we've burnt and things like that. Now this app also syncs with the Apple Health app, and there is also an Android version of this app. Now I'll take you guys into the settings for the band, so we can look in settings here. Now there is an option for us to locate the band, so if I tap that, the band will vibrate and light up. We can also choose different light colors for the band, so we've got blue, orange, green and red, so not a huge amount. We can also see here that the battery is on 84% and it hasn't been charged for 8 days. We can set it to vibrate for incoming calls, which I think is really handy, especially when I'm driving. I don't always hear my phone go off, especially if I've got the music up quite loud. So I really love that feature. It's come in handy a couple of times already. Now we can also have a look back in here we can set alarms. When we set alarms, it does only vibrate twice with those, so if you miss it you might want to have a backup alarm just to be safe, which kind of defeats the purpose of having it. But what I quite like here is the early bird alarm. So basically if you turn that on, it will wake you up after you've had an optimum amount of sleep according to your natural sleep cycle. So that's really cool. I quite often have that on and it wakes me up quite a lot earlier than my normal alarm does. But I mean that covers off most of what you get in the app. I don't really care too much about monitoring my steps. I more bought it for the sleep, and I'm finding this really helpful to see how much sleep I'm actually getting. It seems reasonably accurate. It seems really accurate, in fact, to me. But, I mean, pretty simple little thing, but it's very cheap. The only downside I've come across is occasionally it does come unpaired, and it will take a couple of minutes to pair again after opening the app. Now I think that might be also the reason why it randomly vibrates. It will randomly vibrate every now and then, and I think it's because it's intermittently becoming disconnected and then reconnecting, and then I've met my daily goal after it reconnects, so it vibrates. Either way, it's not a deal breaker and it doesn't bother me too much. Something that I thought would be good to see them do with this band would be to have it so other notifications other than incoming calls could be set to vibrate the band as well, and also the ability to color code different notifications would be a really great idea. So when it vibrates, you look down, see what color it is, and know what that notification was for. I mean, that's about all I've got to say for the little Mi Fit band from Xiaomi. And hey guys, I hope you liked the video, and I hope this has helped you decide if this cheap little thing is something you might want to buy. See you in the next one.